Mario is asking, what are typical ways to create test data for mobile apps? E.g., write a mock backend service, create test data in a special test app on which base the tests might run. So yeah, is it? Do you need to do anything different with a native app than you would with a web app? Is it the same?
I would say no. I mean, hopefully, in best case, every company has a staging system where some maybe pre-production configurations going on, so that you have your load balancers and everything in place, the backend services up and running, API up and running, and again, you know your product best, and you know also which kind of data is being processed in the product, right? So what we've done in our company is we sit down together with all the teams that we have and with our product functionality, and we defined test data, basically saying, okay, we need different kinds of user types, different kinds of events, different kinds of notifications, messages, and so forth and so forth. We once designed the test data to cover like most of the cases that we have. And this information we created in a Docker image or an SQL file, whatever, the SQL dump. And then we have in our staging system, we have a sandboxing system based on virtual machines. And on each app run or each manual test run or automated test run, we can actually boot up a virtual machine, dump the data in, the test data, they have it in a predefined state, and then we use the data, and afterwards we throw away the image, and then it's gone, because then you don't have like weird test data at some point, right? And that's something I think you need to invest. If you do it in a, what is it written in a special app, sure, if that's working for you, invest the time, definitely. Mocking the backend might help, for sure, but then maybe you miss again the complete backend to front-end testing, right? If you mock the backend, it might help speeding up tests as well, but also testing from end to end is also really important to see how the API behaves in case of errors, in case of latency, and so forth and so forth. But I think you need to invest time in creating your test data set in the way that you need it, based on your product. And this test data for sure also needs to be like refreshed from time to time, because you also the product development is going on further. So you need to have a closer eye on the test data as well. So maybe it's being done by a central team to take care of the test data, or each team is handling this on its own. It really depends on your environment, actually. But investing time in that is really important, because otherwise you struggle all the time. You lose a lot of time, especially. I mean, I cannot imagine before every test run to create my test data manually somehow. And then we know all the deal, right? You do the testing, then you find the bug like after 2 seconds, and then the test data is gone, is broken, is used.
Yeah.
Then you have to start all over again. It's please don't do it.
Don't do that, Mario. Daniel has told you. Daniel has spoken.